Welcome to Nashville, home of country music. And we'll be flying out. You notice already, I'm not using a jetway. We were assigned parking space B9, Bravo 9. And the, I guess they sometimes use, I guess they do, jetways on the ERJ-145. I cannot say that unequivocally. Um, because if you see the way it sits, the size of the aircraft, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, anyway, we're going to get inside the cockpit. We're using Aura X. I don't have as many views set up. I will be creating views as we're flying. I have learned that you do not disable Aura X during in-flight because if you disable it through the up here in plugins in the plugin admin and try to re-enable it, it will crash your flight. So we don't do that, okay, anymore. Right. In the meantime, the other shots are good. That's the cinematic shot. This is the spotting shot. If you notice, it even has the handheld camera feel to it, and that's how it would really be if you were hand holding a camera. It's good. Looks good. We have the control tower view. Control tower view doesn't work yet because it's blocked through because of some trees, and that will get better. Flyby view will not work yet because we're on the ground. And then the drone, this is the drone view, so drone view's got a little bit more options. Right, we've already enabled the GPU. We have the passenger door open, ground objects are there, and we have the aft cargo loading. Engine covers are off, forward service. We'll go to request company load sheet. I've already received my sim brief load sheet, so I'm going to click on that. It says our payload is 10,841 pounds. Block fuel is 9,927 pounds on this flight to JFK. View load sheet. It's got our takeoff center of gravity. Wow, it's 10.4. We're going to load the plane. You notice there's a little shake in the plane. It's because it's been instantly loaded. I know it. You could create the aura of the whole load period, but we're not in this case. Okay. All right. Because we're loaded, I'm going to go ahead and close the passenger door. You're going to notice it's going to get quieter. And we're going to close the aft cargo door is closing now. And there's some talk going on in the cabin right now. And I don't have a cabin shot set up, so I want to see if I can get back there and set up a cabin shot. That is from X-Craft. It's not from me. It's kind of cool. Yeah, let's see. We'll go down. Set up this view the way I like it. Right, we'll get that. Bring that out. Push it in a little bit more. All right, and now that I've got that view set, I'm going to create a new view, and I'm going to call this view right passenger. So it's a passenger view. Create. Now, if you'll look down here, I now have a right passenger view, pilot. The orbit view, we'll see if the orbit view works. I don't know yet when we're up in the air. I've noticed on a few flights it hasn't. On the 737-800 it does, but not on this one. Right. I don't have an overhead view. I need an overhead view, so we're going to create that. See if I can get that set. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move this way some. See if I can get that view set. I'm going to back it out as much as I can. All right, right there. How about down? Let me over. All right. So now, okay, that view set. So I'm going to go create new view. I'm going to call this one overhead. If you wonder why I'm speaking lower, there's people sleeping in this house right now, but I know I don't want to be buzzkill on the immersion. Overhead, okay, create that. Okay, so now down here I've got pilot, right passenger, overhead. Really important views to me right now. Okay.
All unit okay.
Right, battery 1 and battery 2 are on. GPU's available if I'm going to hit that button. All right, you hear a lot of activity there going on right now. Also, we're going to do a test on our APU. It's really going to go crazy there. Okay. Okay. And this right here, I've got to pop out. I can pop this screen out from my console, and this is important. So this lets me know what I'm about to do is enable the APU, or turn on the APU. I'll make sure it's set correctly to do that. Nav light needs to be on. We're going to do beacon and inspection light. I'm going to go ahead and have it logo lights on. Dome light really can't see in the daytime, but it's okay. I want to turn that one off. No smoking, and fasten seat belts, and sterile cockpit, all on. The APU now, we're going to cut. If you notice here, the APU, we're watching for it. I'm going to give it a second to equalize. Okay, normalize. Okay, and let's go ahead and turn the APU on. And APU is saying low pressure right now. We'll fix that. All right, let's do a we're setting this up right here. I've got my APU bleed is open. This is my setting. This is my setup also for engine start. So I'm just going to leave it in that position. Anything that I say is not gospel when it comes to what a pilot really does. I have a workflow that I've worked through with watching others, reading a lot. I'm not a licensed pilot. I've been studying aircraft for about 30 years, but that doesn't make you a pilot. All right, so I'm just here to, but I tell you what, X-Plane 12 has really given me an outlet, and I've really enjoyed it. Okay. All right, the next thing we need to do here on our console, if you notice here, we're missing some activity. We're going to go ahead and bring up our screens. There we go. Right. So our avionics. is, which by the way, earlier, if you notice, a dark cockpit is the Embraer's a dark cockpit, but the GPU here usually has to be with this line. It's actually operating. It's just confusing. I think that's a part. And that's just the aircraft. That's not the developer or anything. That's just the aircraft. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut on our fuel pumps, and it's going to just let me know I did something. We're going to want this to stay on the weight and balance screen. I need you. I need you. And Brian, would you please get our IFR clearance to KJFK?
I'll get our IFR clearance to JFK.
Right, let's do our position initiate. From my references here, my best references are going to be the GPS reference for now. Not the last. You don't want to trust the last position. Okay, right. We need to load our flight plan. If we hit load flight plan, I have already downloaded it into the system, so I can now find KBNA. There we go, KBNA, and I'm going to load that. I want to activate it. I'm going to go to departure, and we're going to go to our flight. We're going out on 20C, but I really need to confirm that. That's why I've got Brian getting our IFR clearance. And he is dragging his heels. I don't know what's wrong. We're going to see. Departure, Endeavor 4916. Good morning. We would like to receive our IFR clearance to JFK.
Endeavor 4916, cleared to Kennedy via the Tasmo 4 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 7000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.4, squawk 3515.
Cleared to Kennedy via Tasmo 4 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 7000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.4, squawk 3515, Endeavor 4916.
Okay, we're squawking 3515.
Read back correct.
We didn't have to put it in, but we would have had to put it in here. And I'm taking this from standby. I'm going to put it on transmit and receive. Okay, so TCAS is enabled. It's really not terribly important right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Endeavour Air Flight 4916, departing from Nashville International Airport and heading to John F. Kennedy International Airport. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
All right, so departure, I've put my departure information in. We can also, if I go to nav and go to arrivals, I can find where we're going to be coming in, should be coming in on the runway 31 right. 31 right, ILS, 31 right, and we'll have, I think, KTOD as a transition. Let me see here. Let me check ALS 3. Yeah, KTOD is our, and then we're coming in on camera and Cameron 5. And that's all of our information there. I'm going to activate that and just leave it there. We go to performance numbers now, and you see here, you don't change anything on screen 1. Go to screen 2. We don't change anything here either unless you need to, but it's just our climb, cruise, and descent speeds and information there, so it's all good. Next, we have our step increments. We usually do not have to touch that because it's already done. The initial cruise altitude, though, it's going to want, and our initial cruise is 350. If you don't put your cruise altitude, it can't calculate anything. You're just stuck. You're just here watching. Our fuel here, I don't have to go search for it necessarily. This is our actual fuel. So I'm going to hit the button here once, brings down here, and then I'm going to paste it in there. You see what it does. Confirm that. Okay. And then we can, for takeoff, we're going to need to go to takeoff performance and get our winds. Our I can pull that up from the flight plan. I'm pulling it up now. Winds are 183 at 3. Wow. That's all. Cool. Temp is 26 and QNH is 3012, and that's our takeoff weight. I'm going to calculate that, and over here I'm going to put my 3012 in for my QNH. Okay. This doesn't sync, and I don't know why, so I'm going to bring this up on the other side, his console, and put 312 in there. Okay. So now that I've got these numbers, I got a V1 of 134, I've got a rotate of 134, and V2 of 143, VFS of 175. We're going to leave this, by the way, because I don't have an auto throttle on this aircraft. So I'm going to leave that at 240 because 250 is my 10,000 and under speed. So I'm just going to leave that like it is for now, and I'm have it set there for takeoff. And then I'm going to hit send to PFD. Watch right here. We're watching right here. Send to PFD. Bam. Now I've got my takeoff numbers in here. That's what I needed. Okay. And we'll walk through. So I'm going to go to takeoff. Everything here is fine for takeoff. I don't change anything there ever. Takeoff initiated. All the numbers I need that are there. Elevation, everything is all there. The Nashville elevation. Drive runway. I would change it if I had to, but I don't. And there, flaps, all set. Or set to 9 or 22, so side we're on flaps 9. That's good. We're going to initiate that. Okay, that looks good. And then next, there are our numbers as needed. Okay. All right, let's go to the flight plan now and make sure there are no discontinuities. And then let me pause for a minute. Before I do that, I'm going up here to store. I need to do this because it's going to bring something up that I need on this screen. My map screen. See right here where it's got our engine information takeoff mode. It needs something. I want to hit this button. And now it's entered that information that it needs. Okay. But let's go through our flight plan and make sure that everything is like it should be. There's our takeoff. We're going to squawk through these. Okay. Right. And I can also bring that up over here too. I haven't. I can bring it up, so I'm following it here. I'm just checking for discontinuities primarily. Don't see anything out of place yet. Okay, I've got one here. So it's got one discontinuity, so I'm gonna hit, let's go back one page. So I'm gonna go to KTOD, I'm gonna hit KTOD. And I'm gonna put KTOD here. All right, and it looks like that takes us all the way to the runway. Okay, there's not an activate or anything for me to hit there, that's okay. All right, that looks good. Okay, all right. I want to put this back for now. I want to put you back for now. There is one other step that we're going to do before we're ready completely, but I think we're ready for. Ron, here's what I need you to do. We're ready for our push back and start clearance. And then let's go ahead and do that. Push back and start clearance.
I'll request pushback and start clearance for you.
Nashville International Airport ground, Endeavor 4916, requesting clearance for pushback and engine start.
Endeavor 4916, push and start approved, tail east.
All right, one last step inside the cockpit. We're going to make sure that anything that has to be off,
Push and start approved,
that
tail
over.
east, Endeavor 4916.
Ground objects are off. Everything else is on. Okay. Down progress. So we're closed up. We're good. All right, now we'll go to
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
what's different on takeoff. Once I hit the button for takeoff. By the way, I about forgot the gust lock. When I hit the gust lock here, you're going to wait 9 seconds, and then it will release. There we go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
It's just
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, we're going to go start engines. Engine 2. And here, I get this because I like to be able to see this as this goes, because this is I'm looking for my rising of the numbers here. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Endeavour Air Flight 4916, departing from Nashville International Airport to John F. Kennedy International Airport.
Pumps
Our
are on.
estimated flight time is approximately 1 hour and 55 minutes. We kindly ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, which contains important information even for our frequent flyers. Please fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjust for a snug fit. Keep your seat backs and tray tables in the upright position and ensure window blinds are open for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be stowed securely.
Right,
Smoking
engine
and the use
2
of
looks good.
e-cigarettes are prohibited
And
on
engine
board.
1.
In case of an emergency, oxygen masks will drop down. Pull the mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Life vests are located under your seat. Put them on
Operation
only
complete.
after leaving
Set
the
parking
aircraft.
brake.
Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit,
Disconnecting tow.
which may be
Stand
behind
by.
you. Please leave all personal belongings behind in case of
Watch in
evacuation,
here.
and follow all crew instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot
Looks
or
good.
shows signs of damage, please inform a crew member. For more details, refer to the safety information card in your seat pocket. Thank you for your attention.
Base, making sure the pin pull's free from the unit above. When placing the mask over your nose and mouth,
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
The plastic bag may not appear to inflate. If you're sitting with someone needing assistance, put your mask on first, then offer assistance. In preparation for takeoff, please...
Alright, let's make sure that our takeoff configuration is set. Okay. Flaps need to be on 9. Give that a second. Brian, if you please get our taxi clearance. Radar here is going to be set
I'll get our taxi clearance
to
for you.
weather.
Endeavor 4916 ready to taxi. We have X-ray.
Endeavor 4916, runway 2 left taxi via Yankee 4 Tango 2 Bravo, hold short of runway 31.
Runway 2 left via Yankee 4 Tango 2 Bravo, hold short of runway 31. Endeavor 4916.
I think I like, okay, there's a lot of things I like and not like. I like my tallest aircraft. I do like the way they're built. There's things I like about tallest X-craft. Consoles and everything always look really good. Oh heck, I like, there's not much I don't like. I mean, Rotate has its special things. Flight Factor has its.
Approaching runway 2.
Everybody has their
center.
Special little feature or quality or like what they do better.
Approaching runway 20 center.
Kind of poke along here. I want to go, let's look at our, like our cinematic shot. We should be able to see from the control tower now. Nope, we can't. How about plane spotting? Yeah.
Endeavor 4916, cross runway 31, then continue taxi via Bravo 1.
You heard him.
Cross
Continue.
runway 31, continue taxi via Bravo 1, Endeavor 4916.
Approaching runway 31.
I'm hitting the red button here, and what you're going to notice is that we're set for our takeoff performance.
Approaching runway 31.
Hit climb or take off more time here. Make sure it's up. Okay. I think, can I disconnect say if there was a setting where on the drone I can, oh, if I hit takeoff follow, see that? Isn't that cool? So the drone's actually, I can change the position of the drone. That is cool. It's very cool. I like being able to do that. Okay. I think Q8 Pilot may have taught me that. Alright, we're holding short here at 2-1 right.
Approaching runway 2 left.
Actually, we're going off on 20 center. No, this is it. North right, please. Right, we're gonna, landing lights are all on. Inspection light is off. Strobe is on. Brian, do the takeoff brief.
We'll be departing from runway 2 left, flying the Tasmo 4 departure with an initial climb clearance to 7,000 feet. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile. Weather at departure shows no significant issues. In the event of an engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 feet before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We've been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 3515 and departure frequency will be 118.4. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Very well. Please request our takeoff clearance.
I'll request our takeoff clearance.
Our flaps are at 9, by the way. Our takeoff configuration is
International
set.
Airport Tower, Endeavor 4916, holding short of runway 2 left, ready for takeoff.
Endeavor 4916, Nashville International Airport Tower, runway 2 left, winds 240 at 3, RNAV quit, cleared for takeoff.
Looks clear and good. Awesome. Okay, let's go.
Runway 2 left, RNAV Schwick, cleared for takeoff. Endeavor 4916.
Prepare the cabin for departure.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now.
All right, everything's configured as it should be. And yes, I've done it wrong a lot.
Left remaining.
Okay, and 2 clicks you're going to hear 2 clicks, and that's how I know without looking straight down at my throttle. One click, 2 clicks. $80 knots. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. You're up. Second click and climb configuration, autopilot, FMS,
Endeavor 4916, contact Nashville departure on 118.4.
nav,
Contacting Nashville departure on 118.4. Endeavor 4916. Nashville departure, Endeavor 4916. Good morning, climbing through 1,500.
Endeavor 4916, Nashville departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 7,000 direct KIs.
said direct KIs,
Climb and maintain 7,000 direct Ks, Endeavor 4916.
KKAYS is what he says. Right, we'll monitor our speed because sometimes it can, just to make sure if I hit flight level change, it seems to manage it better and keep me from like exceeding. Okay. Heading bug. Looks it's doing a good job now. Alright, I've got something off on my navigation I've got to fix. Something's not right. Okay, so speed's fine. Someone hit FMS. FMS, okay. Nav. So I'm on LNAV right now, which is correct, but still my position right now is not correct.
Denver 4916, climb and maintain 1000.
Right, FMS. I see it here. Okay, so what is not correct? Oh, should I not have nav there? Right. So first of all, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say I want to go direct to Sammy. Okay, that take. I think that took, but that did have like a quirky thing there on my navigation. It wasn't correct, and got to work on that.
Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention and for flying with Endeavour Air today.
Something that I definitely did not do correct on takeoff is I never took down the APU. APU's been running the whole time, so that was not okay.
Endeavor 4916, contact Memphis Center on 133.85.
Contact Memphis Center on 133.85. Endeavor 4916. Memphis Center, Endeavor 4916. Good morning, climbing through 2000.
Endeavor 4916, Memphis Center. Good morning, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Slow and steady. Okay.
Flight level 200. Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, contact Atlanta Center on 125.925.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 125.925, Endeavor 4916. Atlanta Center, Endeavor 4916. Good morning, climbing through flight level 230 for flight level 290.
Endeavor 4916, Atlanta Center. Good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Flight level 350, Endeavor 4916.
What is our current speed in knots and miles per hour?
Our current speed is 341 knots, which is approximately 392 miles per hour.
Brian, say our speed again in knots and miles per hour.
Our current speed is 366 knots, which is approximately 421 miles per hour.
4916, contact Atlanta Center on 123.725.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 123.725, Endeavor 4916. Atlanta Center, Endeavor 4916. Good morning, with you, flight level 350.
Endeavor 4916, Atlanta Center, good morning.
Hey, Captain Good. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack? Understood, Captain. I will check on the catering and report back shortly.
Endeavor 4916, I need you at flight level 350, sir.
So I suffered one of the most serious problems that flight simmers have. I walked away to go get something from the kitchen. All of a sudden my plane is stalling because my cat has walked across the keyboard, and somehow it can always find the gear down key.
Endeavor 4916, contact Washington Center on 118.925.
Contacting Washington Center on 118.925, Endeavor 4916. Washington Center, Endeavor 4916. Good morning and flight level 350.
Washington Center, good morning. on 120.75.
Contacting Washington Center on 120.75. Endeavor 4916. Washington Center, Endeavor 4916. Good morning with you, flight level 350.
Endeavor 4916, Washington Center, good morning. 4916, cleared Cameron 5 into Kennedy. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Cleared Cameron 5 into Kennedy. Descend and maintain flight level 250. Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, cross SIE at or above flight level 250.
Cross SIE at or above flight level 250. Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, contact Washington Center on 135.275.
Contacting Washington Center on 135.275. Endeavor 4916. Washington Center, Endeavor 4916. Good afternoon, with you, flight level 350.
Endeavor 4916, Washington Center, good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to John F. Kennedy International Airport. At this time, we kindly ask everyone to return to your seats, stow your tray tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Please note that the use of the lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation.
Ron, get clearance for descent on the Cameron 5 arrival.
I'll request descent on the Cameron 5 arrival for you, Captain.
Washington Center, Endeavor 4916, requesting descent on the Cameron 5 arrival.
Endeavor 4916, descend and maintain 15600.
Descending and maintaining 15600. Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, cross button at or above 15,000 feet.
Cross button at or above 15,000 feet. Endeavor 4916.
That won't be a problem. It's a beautiful shot there. Our throttle is currently at idle when you descend with flight level change on this particular aircraft. I set it to idle. And when I hit flight level change, it seems to like keep the speed at about where it needs to be. We're at about 224 knots, something like that. And we're descending at a rate of 2,000 feet per minute. And we'll level out at 15,600 at Botan. And this has been a good flight, except for when my co-pilot Cat stepped on the G key and the gear came down, and I didn't realize what had happened for a moment. Feel better than those United Arab Emirates pilots, remember? Emirates Airline, they were at about 20,000 and they couldn't figure out why they couldn't climb. And they troubleshooted everything, and eventually like expended their fuel and had to land in an emergency landing to find out that the whole time their gear was down, their landing gear was down, which is a part of the beginning, like your, climb, once you start climbing, you do your gear down or gear up.
Endeavour 4916, descend and maintain 5,000 feet, altimeter 3013.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, altimeter 3013, Endeavour 4916.
Okay, he says that, but we must not go below 15,000 before we get to Botan. So right now we're at 23,000. So we just want to wait till we pass Botan, which is about 13 miles out. Shouldn't be a problem. But we're cleared all the way down to 5,000 now. Okay. And let's see. QNH 3013. We're using map enhancements, XP map enhancements, and the map that we're using is the Apple, I think the Apple map, and I think it looks pretty good. $20,000-foot view, but it's good. right, we're hitting transition at 18,000 just now, and QNH is set for 30.13, so we're good there. Continuing our descent, we will we're 79 miles outside of JFK. All right, I'm going to continue our descent. We'll go down to 10,000. Right passenger still seeing ocean.
Endeavor 4916, contact Atlantic City approach on 134.25. Contact Atlantic City approach on 134.25. Endeavor 4916. Good afternoon, descending 14,000 for 5,000. Endeavor 4916, Atlantic City approach. Good afternoon, Kennedy, altimeter 3013. Expect the ILS runway 31 right approach into Kennedy. Verify information, whiskey. Altimeter 3013. Expecting ILS runway 31 right approach. Endeavor 4916.
Landing lights are coming up. And sterile cockpit. And when we get to 10,000, we drop from 2,000 feet per minute to 1,000 feet per minute. And we're under 10,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into New York City. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seatbelts are fastened. The current weather at our destination is 79 degrees Fahrenheit, with broken clouds at 25,000 feet. Our assigned gate is Terminal 4, Gate 49. Thank you for your cooperation and for flying with Endeavour Air today.
Great, we're 56 miles outside of JFK. Speed looks good.
Endeavour 4916, contact McGuire approach on 126.475.
Contacting McGuire approach on 126.475. Endeavour 4916. McGuire approach. Endeavour 4916. Good afternoon. 8,500 to 5,000.
McGuire approach. Good afternoon, Kennedy. Altimeter 3013.
Flaps are out at 9 right now, so you're going to see a little speed change. And we're going to camera and direct to K-Tide. I have set my altitude down to 3,000 because K-Tide, and it's 34 miles. I got plenty of time to get there, but I'll need to be at 3,000 at K-Tide. And we're 42 miles outside of JFK. A little bit further, at 8 miles, 8 to 10 miles.
Endeavor 4916, turn left, heading 015, vectors for the ILS, runway 31 right approach.
Left heading 015, vectors for the ILS, runway 31 right approach. Endeavor 4916.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. You have to pay close attention to our speed right now, because this is where if you don't pay attention, you can get in trouble. Your speed drops a little low. And KTOD's 3,000 at or above.
Turn left heading 015.
Left heading 015, Endeavor 4916.
He's trying to cycle us in closer, and I really want the KTOD waypoint. Endeavor 4916, we're requesting direct to KTOD.
Endeavor 4916, direct KTOD approved. Proceed direct KTOD.
Direct KTOD, Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, turn left, heading 015, vectors for the ILS, runway 31 right approach.
Turning left, heading 015, vectors for the ILS, runway 31 right approach. Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, we're requesting to go direct to KTOD. We had a gear problem earlier, a landing gear problem, and we just want the extra length on final, and we do not require emergency assistance at this time.
American 2809, Nashville departure, climb and maintain 1000. Endeavor 4916, direct KTOD approved. Proceed direct KTOD.
Direct KTOD, Endeavor 4916. We'll come in at laps.
Endeavor 4916, turn left, heading 010, vectors for the ILS, runway 31 right approach.
Left heading 010, vectors for the ILS, runway 31 right approach. Endeavor 4916.
Do you not hear the words coming out of my mouth? Brian, do the approach brief.
Sure, Steve. We'll be arriving at Kennedy on runway 31 right using the ILS approach. We're flying the Cameron 5 arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 31 right. Weather at arrival shows winds 200 at 9 knots, visibility 10 miles. Broken clouds at 5,000 feet. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk code remains 3515, and approach frequency will be 126.475. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll taxi to Terminal 4 Gate 49er. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Endeavour 4916, turn left heading 010.
I can't find any checklist for this aircraft, Steve. You can create your own using the checklist tuner in the pilot portal.
I plan on it, but we're good.
I've got you on my scope, and I'll descend you further shortly. Stay on the arrival.
Departure, United 1355, 2000 for 4000. United 1355, Nashville departure, climb and maintain 900,000. On a 2000 for 900,000, United 1355.
Laps are at 22.
Endeavour 4916, contact New York approach on 125.7.
Contacting New York approach on 125.7. Endeavour 4916. New York approach, Endeavour 4916. Good morning, maintaining 3000.
Endeavour 4916, New York approach. Good morning, Kennedy, altimeter 3013.
Kennedy altimeter 3013. Endeavour 4916.
Endeavour 4916, turn left heading 010.
Left heading 010. Endeavour 4916.
I'm not listening to him because they've cleared me direct to KTOD, and it's perfect for kind of our situation right now. So I mean it when I don't know if the gear's damaged or not. I guess we'll know in a minute. It may not have been. Maybe it's fine.
13, Nashville departure, climb and maintain 13,000. Climb 13,000, Southwest 1713.
So our VREF is 136. Approach is 141, and we should have plenty of runway. And flaps are set to 22. We're about
4916, turn left heading 010.
Left heading 010. Endeavour 4916.
Endeavour 4916. I think they're trying to vector us to a closer waypoint. We're requesting KTOD to be cleared to so we'll have a chance to evaluate our landing gear before we land.
Endeavor 4916, turn left heading 005, vectors for the ILS runway 31 right approach.
Left heading 005, vectors for the ILS runway 31 right approach. Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, unable, must go to KTOD.
Endeavor 4916, unable to clear direct KTOD, continue approach runway 31 right.
Continue approach runway 31 right, Endeavor 4916.
Endeavor 4916, pan, pan, pan. We are requesting KTOD direct. We may have some landing gear issues. We need the longer distance to the runway.
Endeavor 4916, unable direct KTOD, continue Cameron 5 arrival, runway 31 right ILS. Advise if further assistance needed.
Endeavor 4916, pan, pan, pan. We need direct to KTOD. Potential landing gear issues, we need time to evaluate.
Unable direct KTOD, continuing Cameron 5 arrival, runway 31 right ILS. Will advise if further assistance needed. Endeavor 4916.
Okay, this is worse than intentions. He's not getting it. Now I'm trying to explain to him, but I don't think there's enough vocabulary there for me to get the point across. In any regards, we're going to KTOD. Monitoring our speed closely. We're about 141. We're around the VREF. Making a left turn here. When we make the left turn, I'll activate approach, and I will switch to nav 1. Make sure, but I also make sure that my course headings are set correctly. Sometimes that can mess with it, so make sure everything's going in the right direction. So here we are coming to KTOD. We'll make a left turn on the going toward Maldi. I'm monitoring speed. Okay, get that end around there. Our speed looks good. I'm going to be hitting nav. And approach. We're 10 miles out and landing gear. Coming down. Every time a landing gear comes down, you have this sudden surge of speed. Okay, We're going to cut that back.
Endeavor 4916, 2 miles from Zoo Lab. Turn left heading 285. Descend and maintain 1,900 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 31 right approach.
He was always
2 miles
determined.
from Zoo Lab, left heading 285. Descend and maintain 1900 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 31 right approach. Endeavor 4916.
He was determined to have us on a closer waypoint, and I could not do that. I think maybe he may have been trying to cycle us in.
Endeavor 4916, contact Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
Contacting Kennedy Tower on 119.1. Endeavor 4916.
And by the way, just so you know, if you get this aircraft, you're going to
Tower Endeavor 4916. Good afternoon. Established on the ILS runway 22 left approach.
You're going to continue to have to like adjust the throttle on the descent down.
Continue approach.
Subtle, little small movements. My mentor's very rarely wrong, the one built into say intentions, but you do have to activate nav approach, like nav. You can't use just let it won't automatically do it. You got to activate it.
Approaching runway 31 right. Caution, caution.
It says we have a 3-knot crosswind, but I don't see it. I don't feel it right now. Right, feels very good. The overall approach feels very good.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Autopilot, autopilot.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Endeavor 4916, say again. Endeavor 4916, exited Victor at Babel. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Exit at Victor at Babel, switching to ground on 121.9, Endeavor 4916. Kennedy ground, Endeavor 4916. Good afternoon, cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
Endeavor 4916, Kennedy ground. Taxi to Terminal 4, Gate 49er via Victor Bravo, Delta Alpha Alpha, Hotel Bravo. Welcome to JFK, where the airplane was smart enough to get here, but getting to the ramp is proving to be the hard part.
That's all right. That's all right. The overall descent was great.
49 via Victor Bravo, Delta Alpha Alpha, Hotel Bravo. Endeavor 4916.
I had an acceptable landing rate, but
Ladies and gentlemen,
like it
welcome
low,
to New
but
York City.
it's good.
Did you know that the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the United States and was dedicated in 1886? We appreciate you flying with Endeavour Air today. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with Endeavour Air. The local time here is 11:40 a.m. For those with connections, please note the following. Flight 233 to Miami, departing at 12:15 p.m. from Gate 23. Flight 571 to Los Angeles, departing at 12:30 p.m. from Gate 32. And Flight 354 to Chicago, departing at 12:45 p.m. from Gate 28.
By the way, it doesn't take much. This is a sports car to get. It's very responsive. It's not like a heavy or larger aircraft. Trying to be a good soldier and make it all the way to the gate, and then I'll start the replay, but it takes forever to get there. Once you get on the ground, that's what takes the longest, it seems like. I have to turn up here. You do. You got to pack a lunch just to get to your gate here. Although, I don't remember taxiing long. Coming in myself when we came in from. It was the last time I've been in when we came in JFK from Israel. Didn't seem to be as long of a taxi. That was El Al. Okay, all right, we're going to start the GPU. All right, okay, so engine's coming down. And we're down. Okay, so let's go back out to drone.
Kennedy Tower, Endeavor 4916. Good afternoon at 0.
Endeavor 4916, yes, plane.
All right, here, this is the spotting view. If you notice the shake, it's because it's a handheld. Looks just like kind of, it really mimics all of the what it would look like. All right, we're going to go to control tower. This is the
Tower, Endeavor
tower
Good
view.
afternoon, descending 0.
Endeavor 4916, Kennedy Tower, descend at your discretion.
Now there's another view, and I'm going to back this up and see if I can figure out how I want to use it this time. So the drone view. So the drone view right here, I can tell it, can I? Is that drone options? Okay. Stop following the aircraft. And then I'm going to just sit here. I just realized another way I could use a drone view. Just kind of go back to right. Okay, so I'm going to get it to back up a little bit. So this one more. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to back up just a hair. All right. I'm going to turn my view around. Where are you? All right, hold on. Come back. Go about right there. And I'm going to tell it to follow. All right, I like it. I like that. So I see how to manipulate the drone view. It's all right. Okay. So that's signing off from JFK.